In my today's video, I'm going to explain to you what you need to do as an approved COPR/PR visa holder if your visa is expiring or it's near expiring. Stay tuned for more. Hi, my name is Kuber. Welcome to my channel. If you're here for the first time, do consider subscribing because this channel is all about Canada and Canadian immigration processes, news and updates. I do upload a lot of videos, so don't forget to click on the bell icon so you get notified whenever I do upload a new video.
So this is the IRCC website that talks about the COVID-19 program delivery instructions to the IRCC staff in relation to the permanent residence applications. If I scroll down very quickly, to the area of our interest, and that is the approved permanent residence application. So this is for people who already have a COPR, who already have a PR visa in their application. You should inform CIC using the web form if you are unable to travel. This way they can then put a note in your application, and once you are ready to travel, you need to tell them again that you are now ready to travel, and then they will take further action as to what has to be done in your application. Now, this particular website talks about the guidelines that are given to the IRCC staff on how they should treat your application, and that is what we are talking about. If you still have a valid COPR and a PR visa, so for example, you have informed them today on the 2nd of May that you are unable to travel and your visa is expiring on the 30th of September. Now, at a time when you are able to travel, let's say in the month of August, if you're going to tell them that you are now able to travel, then they have just put a note in your application, and because you are able to travel before the expiry of your visa in September, they will ask you to continue to use the same COPR and visa. However, if your COPR and your PR visa is expiring or has already expired, then they will put a note in your application that you are unwilling to travel before the expiry of your visa, and then the visa officer is expected to reopen your application and then bring it forward for a review, say in 90 days. Now, for an application that is reopened, they will cancel your old COPR and the PR visa, obviously, because now that those have expired. So at a time when you are ready to travel, when you're able to travel after things have settled down, you are expected to inform IRCC using a web form that you are now able to travel. The application which has already been reopened for you since your PR visa and COPR had expired, they will check for your documents being valid. They will check for your medical examinations, criminality and security checks being valid, your passports being valid, and if everything is fine, they will give you an extension. And in case your for example, your medicals have expired. Now, this is the section which talks in detail about what will happen for people whose medicals have expired. Now, as far as the medical examinations are concerned, it is a mandatory requirement that your medical examinations are valid for the visa officers to finalize their application. So at the time when you're ready to travel and your medicals are noted to have expired, then IRCC may ask you to redo your medicals. Now, the most important factor that I want to draw your attention to is that if in your medical assessment you were coded as M1 or M3, and if that was the decision given for your medical assessment, then you will proactively be given additional 6 months validity for your medicals. Now, that basically will mean you will not have to take your medicals if your original medical decision was under the M1 or M3 coding, and automatically you will then be able to get an extended COPR and PR visa with a 6 months validity. Now, in order to understand what is M1 or M3 decision on your medical assessment, let me take you to the medical assessment coding website. Now, this is also IRCC website. The link for this website is in the description box below. For M1, it talks about if your health was assessed as posing no public health risk or danger, or no public health safety danger, or no excessive demand, then you were assessed as M1. And for M3, you were assessed as having a health condition, or rather a health condition is present but is not expected to place an excessive demand on health or social services. So in both the cases, under M1 and M3, you will be given proactively a 6 months extension on your medicals, and based on that, whenever you do inform them of your willingness to travel, that you are able to travel now, they will then be able to give you an extension of your COPR, your PR visa, for up to 6 months, depending on when your medicals are expiring. So now let me quickly summarize these scenarios for you. In the first scenario, if you have a valid COPR, PR visa and it will remain valid for some time to come, then do inform CIC if you are unable to travel at this time so that they can put a note in your application. Wait for things to settle down and see how it goes. And when you're ready to travel, do let CIC know, and well, travel within the validity period of your visa. In the second case, if your COPR or PR visa is expiring or has expired, then do inform CIC again. Do not worry if your visa expires. When you're ready to travel, do inform CIC again that you are now ready to travel, things have settled down. You may be asked to retake medicals if you are not eligible for an extension of your medicals for 6 months under the medical coding of M1 and M3. And once that is done and your medicals are extended, you will be given a new COPR and a PR visa, and you can then travel within the validity period of your new visa.
Well folks, there you have it, and now you know what to do. If you like the video, do give us a thumbs up and do share the video. Don't forget to subscribe, and I will see you next time. Bye.